Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman. I know it's been quite some time that I've been in front of the camera. I usually do my videos, behind the camera and behind the scenes, but I wanted to go ahead and do this video today for you guys because I have a lot of things to talk about. I hope that you've checked out my other videos that I've done for you. It was my birthday vlog. If you have not checked that out, check my trip out that I had to San Antonio, Texas, and I talk about everything that happened in that video, and it was just amazing experience. But most of all, I'm almost at 24,000 subscribers, so I want to thank you all. When I hit 24,000 subscribers, I'm definitely going to be doing another giveaway on this channel, and it will be a crystal plus a reading. So I really look forward to this channel growing. There's a lot of things that are going on. Psychic Medium Seth Browder and myself, as you know, we've been doing a series here on Instagram, and I've been putting these series on YouTube, and I'm going to continue to do that. You will be seeing some more going into June, and going into June we are going to be doing every first and third Friday of the month. We will be doing a live and doing fun things and discussing a lot of different topics. So again, thank you so much for your unconditional support. I love each and every one of you. So today I'm going to be doing a reading on Vladimir Putin. I don't know if I said his name right. I'm very bad at pronunciating names, so please bear with me and excuse me in advance if I did say his name wrong. I don't like to do political readings at all because I don't want to get into that. But people have asked me, a lot of you have asked me to go ahead and do that. And, just be, giving you the insight that I get for him. So I have my iPad here. I am going to be looking at a photograph of him because that's how I read people. When I do my readings on behind the scenes, I'm looking at my computer screen with their photos, so I really don't need to look at a photo. So I'm going to be looking at one here, and I have it right here. I'll hold it up to the camera so those of you that can see. It's my ring light, but okay, so I'm going to get into it immediately, what I get from him and what I see. So immediately what I'm getting about Vladimir is that he is someone that is not he's very different than other presidents around the world and leaders. I feel like he is very much intuitive, and I know that a lot of people may disagree on that or say that I sound redundant, because I do say that a lot about a lot of people where I see it. But I do feel like he had some people in his mother's side that would have been seers as well. And Russia's known to have a lot of seers out there, a lot of gypsies, a lot of people that have spiritual abilities. So I do see that he does have that. And he is very sneaky, and I'll say it just that way, put in. He knows how to mingle and how to socialize and who to kind of partner up with in order to get the right people on his team so that he can have what he wants in life. And that's what I feel like throughout his whole life, he's always gotten what he's wanted. He's very to the point where nothing will stand in his way, and he'll find a way to come through and obtain what he wants. So that's the energy that I'm getting, what I'm seeing for him. I do, for those of you that are not aware who he is, I didn't give you the backstory, and I apologize. He is the president of Russia. He is in that area, so he's in that leadership role. This is his, I believe, his fourth term. And so they had kind of banned him, I believe that's the backstory. They had banned him from running for a third term, but I don't know what happened. But his term is up in 2024, if I'm not mistaken. But the fact is that he said that he's not running again, and that's something that we already know. But a lot is going to happen between now and 2024. I don't feel like his health is the best either. I do feel like there's a lot of issues that the public may not be aware of that he is going through, and out of respect, since this is a government entity, I cannot really say, but I will tell you that he is going through some health issues, and I do foresee that This is definitely going to be coming out in the news. It may be leaked. He may try to keep it secret, but it will be leaked somehow. This is something that he hasn't been able to really avoid. I feel like for the most part, he's taking good care of himself, but there are some tendencies that he has that kind of, contributed to these current health situations that he will have within the next 2 years. I don't feel like he will be able to hide it that well. It will be obvious. There is something about the cardiovascular system that he needs to be careful with. And I know that people typically see someone like him, the people in Russia are very fit. Now, I'm not going to say that, as a stereotype, but some of them, the majority of the men and women in that country are pretty fit. A lot of the men are in military background, or they're very fit physically. But for him, I do foresee that there are some things, that he's done that could be contributing to this. I see medication bottles, and again, he would be on medicine, and his health is not the best. I do feel like there's a level of manipulation when it comes to the public. He's always wanted to kind of skew people into thinking the way that he wants. I don't feel like it's more of a dictatorship, so to speak, but there is a lot of putting on a facade for a lot of the people, the public, basically looking like, he is hiding who he really is. I feel like there's two different versions of himself, the one that the public sees and the one that is more behind the scenes. And I think everybody has him to be more of this, aggressive man that is void of emotion. And I feel like really and truly when it comes to his family or his friends or his personal colleagues, he is very amicable and very happy and very gentle, I should say. So again, there are two different facets to him, and I know that everybody has different, personalities or different, ways that they comport themselves in the public or when you're out and about versus when you're in the privacy of your own home. But with him, I really feel and see that there are differences in who he is, and it's very predominant in his life. These changes that he is going through and how he projects himself to be in public. I also get that in his personal life, his love life, there always has been some player tendencies, not especially loyal to his spouse, and there's been a lot of temptation. And there is speculation out there, or at least I don't know, but I am hearing from Spirit that there may be a child that he would have had with someone outside of his, official marriage, etc. There is a child out there that I feel like is his, but it's kind of kept quiet for secrecy for the sake of that child. And I get this would be a girl, a female. So again, there's a lot of things that may not be disclosed to the public, but is what I'm getting from Spirit about him. As far as when it comes to the U.S. and people wanting to know whether or not there was information leaked to the U.S., etc., I want to say that there definitely was. That's the energy and the vibe that I get. There definitely was some contributing information that would have been leaked. Now, would that have been disclosed, or would have the current government, would they have known that this was happening? It's very possible, but again, I'm not going to get into the political things, and so I won't say yes or no or confirm or deny. But I do feel very strongly that there are some alliances between our current government and Putin, and that's just what it is, and there's no hiding that. I feel like there's been a lot of trying to cover up things and kind of pushing it aside, but there's definitely some connection to other countries that are very close bond. I'm talking about bonds and ties that are more of a personal level rather than a diplomatic level. So again, this is not just government policies, but more like behind the scene conversations as friends between leaderships in the US, in European countries, in Australia, all around the world. I do feel like he's not entirely happy. He's never been entirely happy in his life. there have been some moments in his life where he has felt kind of alone, and I don't feel like he trusts just anyone. He doesn't trust people because he can see, like I said, who is backstabbing him. And when you're in a position of power, there's a lot of people that are yes people and that say, yes to this, yes to that, etc. I do see that there is going to be something on a major front that is going to be possibly like a war between Russia and another country, where they may have sent some troops and there may be like a scrimmage, some kind of, and I hate to use the word war because that's a very powerful word, but there is something on the horizon within the next 6 to 7 years, between now and 7 years, with Russia, whether or not he will be in power or his predecessor, whoever that may be. There's definitely going to be some kind of global movement of Russia, and I feel like there is a lot that we need to really worry about here in the US about their nuclear system. Again, there are things that Spirit is saying that that they are working on that may be more secretive, and I just feel like they are this powerful entity, or they've advanced their technology more than they've let on or let known to the public, and so there's a need to be careful with that, because I feel like there is certainly some danger that runs, and a risk that runs, by ignoring the fact that they are a powerhouse when it comes to nuclear weapons. I also foresee that there is going to be a lot of disease in the country, and I know that we all have diseases in every country, but there is going to be some kind of epidemic that spreads throughout Russia, parts in the more poor parts of Russia. Now, whether this is weapon control or this is actually a man-made virus, I'm hearing this is like a virus. This is a man-made thing. So again, when I get these insights and these predictions, a lot of people wonder, how do I do that? Do I just make things up? No. When I'm doing readings and I'm channeling, I'm seeing things from a psychic perspective through my third eye. There's a lot of spirit confirming, and I see signs and symbols and things in my third eye. So all of this is coming in from spirit, and I feel very scared, knowing this information, because if it's an epidemic, there is a risk that a lot of this could be eventually kind of have some fallout into other areas of the world, like other parts of Europe, like close by to Russia, and also eventually go overseas and cross, into other countries like the U.S., etc. So there is going to be some need to watch out their disease control, or the center of disease control for Russia, if they have one. I'm not familiar with their systems over there, but again, this is something for them to watch very carefully. I do also foresee, and I keep hearing from Spirit, that there is going to be some kind of agreement that kind of brings more money into Russia, whatever their economic status is right now globally. I'm talking about the country as a whole. There's going to be some other people that are key players that are kind of investing in that, and the U.S. may be one of them. Whether or not the public knows it or not, that may be very well something that is happening, or will happen, or it's being contemplated. So again, I'm not creating rumors, I'm just giving you exactly what I feel and what I hear from Spirit. And it's up to, the news, whatever is leaked out or comes out completely, so that the public will know. Other than that, I do feel like he does, like I said, he does feel very lonely, and he's very misunderstood. He does have a heart underneath all the tough exterior, but he's in a position where he has to, I guess he wants to be feared by many people, or deemed as someone with power. I don't feel like he's crazy like some people would think, or power crazy, but again, I'm not defending him as a public, figure, as a government figure, but I do feel like he has a good heart compared to some of the leaders and dictatorships that we've seen throughout, like Stalin and a lot of these other, throughout the centuries in history. I don't compare him to like Hitler or anyone like that. But I do feel like he has definitely a good heart and a good direction. Some of his decisions, again, people that would be listening to this may not agree, and that's fine. I'm not saying that I condone a lot of his decisions and the way that he may treat the people of Russia or other countries, and the things that he may say. But I do feel like he has his heart in the right place, but maybe power did kind of overshadow some of his decisions. I do feel like there is an element of being very picky with other countries and visiting them. I know that sounds so weird. And he does have a mother figure around him in spirit. Now, I don't know if this is his mother or a grandmother, but it's a mother energy that is around him. And I do see her looking at a garden and really dressed in like a flowery dress, very long, and her hair is very long, but she has it up in a bun. So I know that this is one of his ancestors, and she is around him, and he has a lot of protection from his ancestors. They may not agree with everything that he's doing, but he does have these strong figures around him in spirit form, protecting him and kind of guiding him. But I do feel like he may have like an intercession or some kind of brief break in his presidency, again, due to his health. Again, this is something we'll have to see, but he's a very strong man, and he usually will bounce back. But I feel like he has to be very careful from here until he finishes the term of presidency. There's also some talk from Spirit right now that just came in that they're mentioning that there could be some kind of attempt on him. Attempt, I don't know if this is something that they are trying to harm him or hurt him, but this is something he definitely needs to be very mindful of. And I feel like this is coming from the people that are around him, other soldiers who may be jealous or don't like the way that he runs things and the decisions that he makes. So again, he needs to be very careful with the people that are around him, because again, I feel like there's some kind of sabotage that is going on, and he's always going to be the one that takes the blame for everything as a president, or as someone that has that power and position and represents the country of Russia. Because when it comes to people that take orders from him or that are underneath him, there's always scrutiny, and there's always going to be a light casted on him as being the bad guy. But he has to take the fault and answer for his for the decisions and things that happen all around him. So again, I feel like he's a very, very misunderstood, but he does have a good heart. But yet there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of turmoil with his decision making, people questioning, like a revolt from the people in Russia. We will see that. And again, there are some things that are globally that are going to impact more of that country, like disease. There is some kind of virus that I'm hearing that will affect a lot of people around that country. And that is my psychic reading for Vladimir Putin. Now, I also want to say here that Friday, if you are tuning into my channel, not this channel, but my IG TV, be sure to get on at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, and 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be on at 2 p.m. again Central Standard Time, and I will be interviewing Joey Arias. He is an NYC performer, a singer, drag queen, and an actor, and he's an author, and he's done a lot of different things in the New York kind of club scene in New York, known for his artistry. So be sure to check this Instagram live I will be on and interviewing him, and it's such a privilege and an honor to do that, and I'm very, very excited to do it. So be sure to check that out. Also, I have a sale going on all of my readings right now until May 31st. Just use promo code BIRTHDAY20. You will get 20% off of any psychic readings. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to hit the like button on this video, and also hit the subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, and the notification bell icon. I love you all. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing day or night wherever you are in the world.